Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this tutorial is going to be a halo smoky eye, and the colors that I chose I think are perfect for summer, and this look just blows me away. I see all of these pictures on Instagram with this halo makeup and I am just blown away by how amazingly talented these makeup artists are. So this is my little version of it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So I've already applied my eye base. I'm using the MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NW15. It's a few shades lighter than my skin, but the Prolongwear Concealer also works really great as a base. Okay, now I'm going in with Blanc Type from MAC. It's this really light bone shade, and I'm just using a fluffy brush, and I'm just applying it lightly all over the lids just to set the concealer so that everything blends just a little bit better. And now I'm taking a MAC 224. This is a big fluffy brush, and I'm going in with Soft Brown, which is this shade right here. It's just a light brown, and this is going to be my transition shade, and I'm keeping this on the top part of my crease. So I'm kind of staying away from my eyelid altogether as much as I can, and I'm just blending this in all the way across from the outer part of the eye to the inner part of my eye. And then I'm just going to go back and forth to blend that out. Now I'm taking a little bit more, going over to this eye, and I'm just working on blending that into the outer corner and just right above the crease. Okay, now I'm going in with a small flat brush, and I'm using Swiss Chocolate, which is this shade. It cracked, so I had to try to fix it so it doesn't look very good, but this is a beautiful like red brown. And now I'm taking that and I'm just putting it on the inner part of my eye. I'm not going all the way into the corner, just right past where the corner is. I'm just packing it on. And then I'm taking that same brush and I'm packing it on the outer part of my eye, in the outer corner. And I'm really just concentrating it in those two spots, and I'm going to go back in and blend after I get it on there. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just packing it on. So I'm bringing that up to my crease. You want to pack it on and just bring it up to where your crease starts, or if you have to make a false crease, you want to go right about where your crease, where you would want your crease to be. So then I'm just taking the brush sideways and I'm just sort of blending that into the crease, and I'm staying away from the middle part of my eyelid. Okay, now I'm taking a 217 brush, and I'm just going to work on blending that out just a little bit. So I'm blending on the outer corner, I'm blending that into the crease, and then I'm going to work on blending the inner corner. And sometimes you have to work at blending, and it just takes time, so you just have to be patient. And I'm just blending, blending, blending. And then it starts to look better as you blend it out. Okay, so I've got it pretty much blended out. I'm going to take that flat brush again one more time, and I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner and inner corner with that Swiss chocolate. So then you get that gradient effect where it's darker where you want most of your color, and then it blends out really nicely. So I'm just going to take my blending brush again and just blend it just a little bit. Make sure it's all blended out. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to take that small flat brush again, and I'm taking Swiss chocolate, and I'm taking that right at the outer part of my eye and just blending it into my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take my blending brush and just blend that out. And to blend it out a little bit more, I'm taking soft brown again. That's the shade that I used as my crease shade. And just working on blending that out. Okay, now for the center of the lid, to brighten that up, I'm taking All That Glitters, this one right here, and I'm gonna use this brush. You can use any flat brush, and I'm just using a MAC 234, and I'm just gonna place this on my lid. And connect it with the inner corner and the outer corner. And make sure that where it comes together, it blends in just a little bit. So you can just take your brush and blend in those two sections. And I'm going to take a little bit more and just pack it on there. And then to brighten up the very middle, I'm taking Vanilla Pigment from MAC, and it looks like this. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of my Fix Plus on my brush. And then I'm just going to apply that right in the center. And then whatever's left over, I'm just going to bring it into the inner corner. Okay, now I'm taking that flat brush again, and I'm going to go in with a little more Swiss chocolate. And I'm just going to take that into my crease. And then also darkening up that inner and outer corner again. Just to make sure we darken that up. And now I'm going to go back in and blend it one more time. Okay, so I'm going to take a little more soft brown, that medium shade, and just blend out the crease. just so that everything is really just seamless. Okay, now to line my upper lash line, I'm using Espresso from the Loreal Lacquer liner. It's a really dark brown liner, and I'm using a Sigma E05 brush. And I'm going to use another mirror for this. So I'm just lining that top lash line, and then I'm also going to wing out the liner. So now I'm applying some lashes, and these are the Ardell 116s. And now I'm applying a little bit of the Rimmel Scandalize in Nude. Using the MAC Prolongwear concealer, I'm just going to put a small pump on my palette and then use a concealer brush, and I'm just going to clean up underneath the eyes. And I'm also going to highlight down the center of my nose. And basically just clean up everything and highlight where I need to highlight. And I'm not using too much product. And then I'm just going to tap it in with my fingers. To set my concealer, I'm just going to be using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm just going to go in with these two pale highlight shades. I'm just going to tap it on. And while I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and use this to contour, and I'm just taking this middle shade and I'm contouring my cheeks and temples, and then also my nose. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just blend that out. The blush I'm using today is called Desert Rose, and I'm using a MAC 116, and I'm just applying this to the back of my cheeks. And this blush goes really well with the eyeshadow. I think it matches really nicely. And for highlight, I'm using Mary Luminizer from The Balm, and I'm just going to take my finger and just apply it to the top of my cheekbones and then on my temples. And for lips, I'm using Please Me. I've already applied this. I applied Please Me from MAC, and then for my lip liner, I used Rimmel's Eastend Snob. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!